When it comes to healthy eating, snacking is one of the most challenging parts for most people. But let's face it, snacking is a part of life. You get hungry in the afternoon, you want a little snack. Maybe you're traveling and you need something light. And for most people, this means turning to absolutely unhealthy processed garbage, chips, stuff you find in the convenience stores, candies, and those are trash for your health. But on the flip side, there are so many snacks that are actually enhancing for your health, that have healthy fats, fiber, protein, vitamins, and minerals. And so when I teach people about nutrition, I help them make snacking a tool that they can deploy in their routine by helping them pick go-to snacks that are healthy and delicious that they can keep around the house that help provide structure to their routine. So in today's video, we're gonna go into the archives of our YouTube channel and bring forth one of my best videos I've ever done on healthy snack ideas. In fact, I'm gonna give you 10 of my personal favorite healthy snack ideas. These are simple, affordable, non-processed, super healthy snacks that'll work for you and your family. Enjoy today's video.
Hey there, my friend. It's Dr. A from the Fit Father Project and the Fit Mother Project. Today, we're gonna talk about snacks. Yes, snacking. It's a super important topic when it comes to healthy nutrition because we all know the dark side of snacks, the chips, the cookies, the ice cream, the stuff we want to avoid. Well, today what I want to do is talk to you about the concept of snacking. Should you snack? When should you snack? And I'm also going to give you 10 of my personal healthy snack ideas that you can incorporate into your routine that will help you feel full and energized and still enjoy your nutrition plan so you can sustain it long term. Now, before we get into those 10 healthy snacks that I personally love and enjoy, I want to talk about the concept of snacking. Should you snack? Well, I want to really take us back to around 15, 20 years ago in the nutrition advice. The old nutrition advice was we should eat lots of small meals every 2 to 3 hours to stoke the metabolic fire, so it encouraged a lot of snacking. And it turns out that's actually a terrible idea. When you snack too much and you eat food way too frequently, you're throwing your blood sugar constantly into a tailspin. Your body has to release more digestive enzymes, more insulin, so we don't want to snack too much. But there are a few times during the day where I think it is good to snack, particularly in the time between lunch and dinner. So most people have lunch, or if you're intermittent fasting, this might be your first meal a day, sometime around 11 or noon. And then dinner's often not until 5 or 6 o'clock. So there's this big stretch of time where people often get in trouble because they're getting hungry, they get a little hangry, a little tired. So I think it is a good idea to slot in a little bit of snack sometime in the afternoon, a couple hours before dinner. And that's where the ideas are gonna come in of these healthy snack ideas. Now, when it comes to a good snack, I think it needs to meet a couple criteria. One, it should be as least processed as possible. So the snacks I'm going to show you are simple basic foods, combination of nuts, jerkies, certain kinds of fruits, and some protein bars and shakes. All these things are going to be really mostly natural and non-processed for the most part. And a good healthy snack also needs 3 criteria. It needs to be rich in protein, because protein gives you energy and it keeps you full, and it's good for recovering from exercise. It needs to have a good amount of healthy fats, which stabilize your blood sugar, give you more energy, and it also needs to have some fiber, because the fiber is really good for your digestive health, your heart health, and the good snacks we're going to cover are going to meet these 3 criteria. Let's get into the first snack.
FitFatherProject.com.
All right, so the first of our 10 healthy snack ideas is what I call the classic. And this is pairing any kind of fruit that you love with about a handful of some nuts. So here's the most basic idea. You get an organic apple, which is around 80 calories, and you pair that with about 1/3 cup of some kind of nut. So I have some pistachios here. This is a really nice combination. You could also do pears with almonds. You could do some berries with macadamia nuts. And the reason I love this snack and it's so good is because you can do it basically anywhere. It's non-perishable. So whether you're leaving for work or you're traveling on a trip, you can always get some kind of core fruit. Apples and pears work really well. So do the organic mixed berries. And then the key thing with the nuts is not to eat too many. You really want to have about 1/4 to 1/3 cup. When you pair a piece of fruit with some nuts, it's really satisfying. It meets the proteins, the healthy carbs, the healthy fats, and it's only going to be around 300 calories, and it's non-perishable. So that's a really good idea. Now, to build on this, snack number 2 is you can actually have that healthy fruit, so any of those fruits that you may love, ideally organic, you can actually pair it with some cheese. So cheese is great, particularly if you get a higher quality cheese that is organic, because it's going to give you some protein and some nice fats as well. So here I have some goat cheese. So a classic is like some goat cheese on an apple. Like that's a really nice spread. We have some other kind of cheeses. You can get cheddar cheeses. You can get sheep's cheese, like Manchego is another good one that I like. Or maybe you like some different kinds of string cheese or brie or whatever it is. But like if you can tolerate dairy, a little bit of fruit with a little bit of cheese is a phenomenal second snack. And again, we want to make sure the portions on the cheese are not too big. So really look at about your handful. You don't want to have more than the palm size of the cheese, and that's going to still keep you in this around 300 to 400 calorie range for your snack. Now, the third snack on our list that I absolutely love is any kind of jerky. So in here, I actually have a little bit of some grass-fed beef jerky. You can also get turkey jerky, salmon jerky, and this is good because again, it has just a lot of protein, it has a lot of flavor, and again, it's non-perishable. Now with this is gonna be a higher sodium snack, which I believe on face value is not a problem unless you're specifically watching salt for your blood pressure. But this can be a good snack. It's like that classic road trip snack, and you can bring jerky with you. And in terms of serving size, you basically wanna have, I'd say, around a cup of the jerky. Like not too much, but I'd say it's probably around 5-6 ounces. It's gonna be a good amount of protein, but you also could add some healthy fats to that. You could pair that with some nuts. And some of my favorite nuts, because I don't believe that all nuts are necessarily created equal when it comes to health benefits, are macadamia nuts, pistachios, walnuts, and maybe some almonds. These are like my go-tos. And cashews can be good too, although they're technically a legume, not a nut. You may not know that. Okay, so the next snack on our list, besides jerky, is to get a couple pieces of celery right here. So I have 2 stalks of celery, and ideally get organic celery, a lot of health benefits to this. And then you're gonna take some peanut butter, and you're gonna slather the inside of this with some peanut butter. So this is like a classic mom snack. You put the peanut butter or almond butter in the celery. Now, peanut butter and almond butter can be a good snack, but again, you don't wanna go eat the whole entire jar. That's where you get into problems. So that's specifically why I recommend you treat these celeries like little boats, and you pre-roll into the peanut butter. So you have just a full strip here and a full strip here. That'll roughly equal about 3 tablespoons of peanut butter, which is gonna be around 15 to 20 grams of fat, which is like a perfect amount. And then put the peanut butter or almond butter jar away. Don't get more of that. And to make it even tastier, you can actually put some pink Himalayan salt in here. And the reason I love this is because there's so many health benefits to celery, but most of us don't eat celery. Like who's just chewing on celery? But if you put some peanut butter or almond butter on there, it's gonna be delicious. You can add the pink Himalayan sea salt for some good minerals, and you have a nice quick snack. And it's actually really tasty, and I personally do this quite a bit. So next snack on our list is some good old-fashioned hard-boiled eggs. Absolutely love these. And what I specifically do is I try to have hard-boiled eggs in the fridge almost at all times because I'm putting them on salads sometimes. I can use them straight up as a snack. And here's how I actually prepare the hard-boiled eggs. You get like a big pot of water on a stove top, but you keep the water cold first. So I put all the eggs in when there's cold water, they're raw eggs, and I put a little bit of ice in there to cool it down. And then you turn it on and bring it to a boil. And once you reach a boil, turn off the heat, so it's boiled, now the heat's off, and let it sit for about 9 to 12 minutes. And once it's done, 9 to 12 minutes, you throw a bunch of ice in to stop the cooling, and you have some perfect hard-boiled eggs. So it's not hard to do. And the reason I love these is each hard-boiled egg is filled with those beautiful healthy fats from the egg yolk, has all the protein from the egg white, and it tastes really good. If you crack it open and you peel it off and you put a little salt and pepper, or a little thing that I've found, if you like the taste of deviled eggs, you can just cut that hard-boiled egg in half and actually put a little dollop of some Dijon mustard, and I promise you, it actually tastes kind of like a deviled egg. Call it a poor man, poor woman's deviled egg. Try it. Get the hard-boiled egg, put a little bit of Dijon mustard, boom, really easy, nice snack. And you can have like 3 of these hard-boiled eggs, and you're gonna be getting like around 24 grams of protein, right? With about 10, 15 grams of healthy fats. It'll help keep you full, and it's a really good high-protein snack. So the next snack on our list, if you're just looking for something salty, because sometimes we're not really hungry, but we just have a salty craving taste, a good way you can do it is actually get to some sauerkraut. So I have some organic beet sauerkraut, and this is really cool because beets give you a lot of heart health benefits. They're really good in natural nitrates, and this is sauerkraut, so it's fermented, so it has some of the good probiotics. So you can get sauerkraut, you can get some kimchi, which is like the Asian version of that, or you can also get just like a pickle. And sometimes all we need is a little bit of salt. So a couple spears of a pickle and you're good to go. And maybe that can take the edge off. So if you know you have a saltier palate, keep some of these things in the fridge. They can really go a long way. Next snack on this list is to actually make like a gourmet nut mix. And I'll show you mine. I actually brought mine. I make this around once per week, and we'll show you up close in just a moment what this looks like. But what I do is I actually get a little cast iron skillet, and I put a little walnut oil in the skillet, and then I throw in Brazil nuts, macadamia nuts, pistachios, walnuts, and some pine nuts, and I throw a ton of spices in there. I throw pepper, I throw salt, I throw paprika, maybe a little jalapeno in there, maybe some turmeric, and just really any spices that you love, just throw a lot of flavor in there, and I lightly roast them for about 3-4 minutes, and then I have this beautiful nut mix. Now, with all nuts, they're incredibly heart healthy, they're beneficial, they have so many minerals and proteins and healthy fats, but you don't want to eat too many, especially if you've added a little bit of the walnut oil like I did. This is a decently high calorie snack, so I would say limit yourself to about 1/3 cup max. And that's gonna be around 350 calories, which is fine. You know, the whole point of a snack is to give yourself some calories, but you don't wanna eat too much that you're going over your calorie target if your goal is weight loss. Now, if your goal is muscle gain, this can be a great snack. Maybe go up to about a half a cup. And the reason I love this is not a heavy snack. It's not something that's really hard to digest that weighs you down, but you get a lot of good nutrition in a small size. And again, this is non-perishable, so you can take it all over the place. Absolutely love the nut mix, and there's many ways and recipes you can do that. Now, next on the list is something that's really easy and fun if you have a little more time, and that's to get one piece of some high quality bread that you love. Ideally, this is an Ezekiel bread, which is an organic flourless bread that we really love and we promote inside our programs, or you can get organic sourdough or something like that. Toast that piece of bread up, fry a little egg up, and then throw maybe a little avocado if you want on there, and make like a one open-faced, sunny side up avocado piece of toast. This is gonna be around 300 calories. You're getting some good carbohydrates, you're getting some fiber, you're getting some healthy fats in the avocado and the egg, and if you're looking to build muscle and you wanna add a little more protein and you can tolerate dairy, maybe you put a piece of some organic cheese in there, and it really is tasty, and you might even like it so much you might wanna go back for a second. And heck, that could even turn into a little bit of a meal for you. So the idea of doing an open face with a sunny side up egg, really easy snack. Now, all this stuff we talked about so far is basically non-processed. It's like single ingredient foods, nuts, fruits, cheese, jerkies, sauerkraut, I guess is kind of a mixture. Next on the list is gonna be stuff that's a little more processed, but still very beneficial. And that is, you can use some protein bars or some protein shakes. So when it comes to protein shakes, you definitely wanna get a high quality protein powder. We make one, it's called Super Fuel, it's amazing. There are lots of other good proteins on the market. What you wanna look for in a good protein is it has a good protein to sugar ratio. So at least for every 10 grams of protein, it has 1 gram of sugar or less. But the cool thing about something like Super Fuel or another high quality protein is we also include a low dose multivitamin, so it gives you like 100% of most of your vitamins. We have probiotics and some organic super greens and super berries in there. So it's really nice all in one. And you could be very simple about this and literally just have a shaker bottle or a mason jar, throw a scoop of protein in there, maybe you throw some chia seeds or a little almond milk, and boom, you have like a 2-second make it shake. Or you can get a little fancier and make some stuff. Like the next snack on our list is you can actually make some protein balls. So the way to make a protein ball is you take a little bit of this protein powder, you throw in a little bit of some almond butter or some peanut butter, maybe you throw in a date, maybe you throw in a little maple syrup, maybe a little salt, pepper, and you can roll these things up into little balls that only have around 50, 60 calories per ball and have some healthy fats and proteins. And then you throw them in the fridge or the freezer and cool them down, and boom, you have an easy grab and go snack. And again, with all these grab and go things, you need to be thinking about how many am I actually gonna have here? And I think around 3 to 4 is plenty, and it gives you a little, cuts the edge on a sweet tooth that is very nice. Now, there also are some good protein bars on this list, and this is one I wanna wrap up with, and I wanna show you a brand that I'm actually kind of into right now. I'm gonna get it from my little box here. And this is a brand called House of Macadamia, and they make macadamia nut bars. These are quite good because macadamia nuts are one of the best nuts, very healthy. And these bars are around 45% macadamias. And then again, they also have some cacao or some coconut or other flavors. Other bars that I think are pretty decent, have more natural ingredients, are RX bars, certain brands of Quest bars, and there's also some good plant-based bars, or maybe you even wanna get those epic jerky bars. It's just like some salmon or some jerky bars, those are fine too. But if this is something you like, you do like the idea of having a bar, then I recommend you make that a consistent thing. Buy them in bulk, keep them in your car, keep them in your office so you have them. Because when it comes to snacking, the idea is for it to be fairly planned. Like you know that you're gonna have a snack roughly around a certain time and you do it proactively instead of reactively. And then the other side of snacking, to kind of wrap this up, is if you know you fall prey to certain kinds of unhealthy snacks, like to snack on the chips or chocolate, try to get that stuff out of the house and think about, okay, I love chips. How can I make a substitution for that with something that's similar but healthier? So an example, and something I didn't necessarily cover deeply in this video, is my family and I, we have a dehydrator. So it's one of those like machines, you can also use an oven that cooks things at around 140 degrees Fahrenheit or lower, and it can dehydrate things. So we make apple chips. I'll slice some apples, I'll throw some cinnamon on there and some salt, throw them in the dehydrator. Now you have apple chips, and maybe that's a substitution for tortilla chips. Or maybe you like other things. Maybe you like a sweets at night and you like ice cream. Well, you can make healthier versions of ice cream with frozen bananas, a little bit of peanut butter, and some chocolate in there. So you can make a healthier version. So think in terms of substitutions of what you normally do like. That's an unhealthier version, because there's lots of good options in today's day and age. And then look at some of the stuff on this list. If something jumped out to you, make this a staple in your life. Because when you have a healthy snack, this can become something that's like really regimented for you. You have more structure, you can stay more consistent. And if you have kids and they need to be eating more more calories and more snacking, this could be the stuff that really fuels them up, and they don't have to go get all the sugary crap that's honestly just making them sicker, fatter, and dumber, to be really blunt. So these are some healthy snack ideas. I hope you found this valuable. If you like this, then give us a thumbs up, and also let us know in the comments below if there's some other snacks that you like, or if you have specific questions about some of the snack ideas that we came up with here. And if you haven't subscribed to our Fit Father or Fit Mother Project YouTube channels, please subscribe. Hit the little notification button as well to get notified when we publish new videos every single week. We have over 500 different videos on the channel covering nutrition, covering specific workouts, form tutorials, the psychology of healthy living, and how to be a fit father and fit mother. I know you're gonna find a lot of value on our channel, so hit the subscription button. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this. It helps us spread this video all across the interwebs. Thank you for being my friend. This is Dr. Anthony Balduzzi signing off for a video on healthy snack ideas, and I'll see you very soon.